Alright. So, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much perfect. That looks fantastic, honestly. What's up and welcome back. This, I believe, is my first time doing a video on Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Now, obviously, I've done some grinding off screen to the tune of about $500,000. Just wanted to get to the point where I unlock pretty much everything in the garage so I can do repairs on whatever I need to and be able to go to a junkyard, maybe find some more rides and do something custom, because I've probably sent 100 cars through here already, and I've only kept one for myself, and that's the Skyline here. I'm running a couple mods, by the way, so you know the actual names of these cars, because the base game only tells you like the fake name that they come up with, even though the car is pretty much a one-for-one match. This replaces the names, so it's a Nissan Skyline R34 like it should be, instead of whatever the game developers put in there for legal reasons. That is part of the quality of life mod, which is why you can actually see these cars put in these positions. They're actually slots 1 through 5 in my garage, but they appear out here, and it's pretty cool because you can still interact with them and everything. Don't know if lights was a thing. No, that probably doesn't start, so let's try lights over here. Yeah, there you go. And some cosmetic stuff inside and outside of the garage. Just this whole like Japanese auto repair theme off of the Steam Workshop. I could look at the auctions and see what's there, but I think just go to the junkyard and look around. I've bought like 5 or 6 cars to redo at one time there before. Alright, what do we got? Chevy Nova, 230,000 miles on it. Should be cheap as hell, I think. Yeah, $5,400, not bad at all. And everything's pretty ratted out, but that's what I'm looking for. I don't think I really want to hang on to that car if I redo it, so let's just keep looking for now. Gosh, it's been pretty barren. Where's all the cars at? I mean, I'm walking by spots where cars you'd think would spawn. I mean, that's not what this is, though. What is this? The like Bolt Reptilia or whatever in the game. So it is the Chevy Corvette C4. Let's see. So it's the standard edition. I think there are other editions that I'd probably rather have, like the Shiv or something. That would cost $8,400 to go with. I might be back for it. I don't know, because this is like slim pickings out in this junkyard for some reason. Okay, and this, I mean, from where I've been already, looks like the last one. That's not Volkswagen Golf, I'm guessing. Yeah, 19E. That's not a car that I really want to have in my personal collection right now. Although it does look like you can do some interesting things to the engine there. 5,000. I'm not interested. Now the Corvette is only like $8,000. I don't need more cars sitting around, though. You saw how many I had already waiting to be fixed. So I'm just going to return empty-handed. Never had to do that before, but that's strange. Maybe just to get some more interesting cars, not have to look around. Maybe I'll go to the car auctions and look at the salvage models. Right off the bat, the Firebird Trans Am, that's a standard edition of the car, though. I'm not sure what else there is. Maybe there's a better one in there. The Mustang Fastback speaks to me too. I'd like to have that sitting around outside. Oldsmobile 442 classic muscle car. I wouldn't mind having that. F100, gotta get one of those down the line, but I've done that in 2018 between the Pontiac Firebird and the Mustang Fastback. Now this says it's the Grande supercharged. I really don't know that much about the differences between the different versions of the cars available in the game. But I'm gonna, let's see, let's take a look at it. Examine mode does like nothing, so 150,000 miles on it, which is like half of what I usually find in the junker cars. It has the one engine you can do with it, but it is a big-ass V8 supercharged engine. And everything is in awful condition, so that's what I'm looking for, because we ought to be able to buy it cheap and really feel like we've done something by the end of it. There's nothing to the engine left in there, but that's alright. Yeah, that I don't want to pass on that. I'm gonna grab this, and I think we're gonna fix this up. Start the auction, and the starting price is $15.87. I'm gonna pay whatever this ends up being. Hopefully, 6 to 8 grand. There we go. Just over 6, about $6,400, and we're gonna receive it at the garage. And there it is. Let's go ahead and move this. First of all, let's take it to the car wash. I'm sick and tired of like forgetting to do this early on, and the whole car looks like crap if I repair any of the stuff that comes off of it. It doesn't look like, oh, the car's white. I didn't know that. But if I repair anything and put it back on, it's always like, oh, it's dirty. So here we go. Actually, I don't think anything salvageable is going to come off of here body-wise, but at least we know what we're looking at, and this puts us in a good position to go ahead and use the welder and fix this frame up, clear up all the rust. Now, that's not a $1,300 job in real life. That's $20,000 to do what just happened. I don't know. Not cheap though. Go ahead and strip off anything that might actually be on here. We've got a tail light, and that's it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, headlight. And is this front bumper on there, or grill? No? Okay. So I think that's everything. Can't do anything with anything involving glass as far as repairs, so I'm just gonna have to skip on that. Looks like, yeah, the gearbox is still in, so we're gonna have to take care of that. Let's see, before I jack it up. Yeah, no starter on it, so good to go ahead and get this thing in the air. You know, I'm glad there's no interior, less work overall, you know? Just buy new and shove it in there. Much like 2018 as far as the actual repairs go on most of this, but now you got rusty bolts. You gotta hit it with your WD-40. Alright, let's get that gearbox off. And we should be home free. Not much of an engine left in this though. We don't need much though. Okay, quality of life mod moves the engine crane over, so I don't have to run over there into the corner, which is nice. And I'm pulling the engine out. Nice open engine bay. Alright, so here's where another mod comes into play. So here's the engine stand, and as normal I'm going to put the engine I just put out of the car onto the engine stand. And let's see what's keeping that on. Probably the rest of the gears. Yeah, get this stuff off the back of the engine. And that should free up the crankshaft, and then we're down to the block V8 OHV. Let's see if that's repairable. It is. So V8 OHV. So now here is where it's going to go. Okay, so here's the engine block. I already have that. There's no upgraded version to it. This mod, this engine stand mod, not only lets you keybind flipping the engine 180 degrees, which comes in handy so you don't have to get out of here, go over here, remember which direction, and everything else. What I can do now, looking at this engine, I have F9 or F5. F9 will buy every part to complete this engine standard. F5 will buy every part and the performance parts when available, which is a huge time saver. It's going to let me buy everything with one button. No more going into that menu and getting everything else. Now, that's the only place it works. Doesn't work for the rest of the car. I have to do all the shopping as regular there. But I'm going to go ahead and grab this block back off, because the other part, you know, of the beauty of this, where I'm saving time there, the quality of life mod is going to take a lot of time, because I'm now able to paint like everything you wouldn't normally be able to paint in the game. And not only that, you can paint more of certain items. So I'm going to have a really cool, really custom engine in just a minute. Let's go ahead and paint. You know, I'm thinking of my channel colors. So Maybe like a chrome blue matte black would be cool. Could have a couple accents of white, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking like the lighter blue and a lot of black. There we go. Now that is if you do normal mode. Still got these big red parts here. It's either that or everything you have to go for. I'd rather it all than having those red, I don't even know what you call those there. So I'm going to time lapse this and go through all the different parts of the engine that are visible from the outside with that color scheme. I think I painted everything there was to paint that's going to show on the outside, even some stuff that probably won't, but it's hard to remember with every single engine in the game exactly what's going to be seen where, so hopefully I didn't waste a lot of time on that, but as you can see already, this looks cool. Not like something that you normally see in the game. You know, I always hate those stupid performance, like bright red fuel filters there that you normally have to deal with. This is going to look pretty nice, all said and done. Shouldn't actually even take that long. I was going to time-lapse this, but see that's never going to be seen. I just didn't know, like, if that's something that would be up here, but I think we're going to be okay. This part probably should have been blue instead of black like that, but oh well. I wanted some black accents on this anyway. Now that's gonna look like good. Okay. Yeah, by the time I get in the piston rings and all this stuff down here and get the headers on, I'm gonna throw it into a time lapse again. So there's that. That looks a lot more interesting than you're going to see in the base game. Just from being able to paint certain things, differently than the base game actually allows. I probably went too heavy on the blue. Some of this could have been black, maybe even leaving those red. I still don't know what you call those, like flappers there. That probably would be okay, but maybe I'll just do more black as I add into the engine bay there to help set it off. We'll take it from the stand and let's see, engine crane in position. Let's install the engine. And there we go. So yeah, wow, that sticks pretty far out of the hood. That's gonna look nice. If this thing is in like maybe like black or something, maybe like a glossy black. We'll see. Oh, what did I just do? Yeah. Yeah, thank God it's not real life. So I think what will come next, we'll send this thing up. There's like no suspension on this, or no exhaust on this whatsoever, so that's something I'm gonna have to go through and order. But let's get cracking on the front and rear suspension and brakes and stuff. Alright, good God, we're getting there. Didn't paint a whole lot there, just a couple key pieces that you kind of prominently see. especially the brake calipers. Those will probably show through the wheels depending on which rims we'll go with. But that is everything. Drivetrain, starter on, front to back. Just needing some wheels. Probably saved that till just about last. Looking good though, and let's see. So need to worry about all this exhaust. So I just need to add it to the shopping list, more or less. I did make a mistake, but at least I made it consistently with all of these. I didn't do the all-over spray, so the welds are actually still kind of chromy silver, but you're not going to tell. Like, all of this that you're going to see once this is on the ground is the tips, so not a big deal. Cool, though, at this point. You need to just drop it down. We still got body, wheels, everything else under the hood. And of course I'm going to forget, like I do every single time, to fill all the fluids. I believe that's everything under the hood that we can really do. So now, I don't remember if there's a bench in there. Doesn't actually look like it. It's only actually calling for one seat and a steering wheel. That can't be right. Maybe where's the supercharged build? I don't really know. Like, it's acting like there's just not a spot in there for the bench or another seat, and makes sense for the build, I guess. It's like, I mean, a race car. Maybe that's where the variant really comes in, the Grande supercharged. But I mean, this is just a general picture of the car. Is there anything it shows like missing? Well, aside from the obvious, I don't see like passenger seat. Huh. I guess if I get to the end and it's not 100%, I'll know why. Let's see. There it is. I like that headlight C. I like the taillight B, and we're gonna need that hood to fit the engine through. And after that, we need to go with the standards. So we need everything: front bumper, rear bumper, doors and glass, fenders. No hood, already got that. Mirrors, rear window, trunk, windshield, and start slapping that on. Now, I wonder if I can take that chromy, that front bumper there off and go paint it. I'm not entirely sure. I think those are chromy too. Let me take those off. Okay, I can make the chrome. I can do this. Chrome Force All. Let's see, or no chroming. Chrome Force All. And let's go black on that. So whatever I paint the car, those should now stay that color anyway. So there's the front bumper. Still need the window in there. And put our taillight back. Rear bumper. Still need a couple license plates. I'm keeping this for myself, so let's go realistic. Let's go my home state. Let's go with my state. And let's see, this is the Stang, I think. Alright, get a couple of those. Wish I could kind of center that a little bit better, but it'll be alright. There we are. Need some rims on this thing. Man, it's got a look to it, that's for sure. Some rims. I always get carried away on the rims. Let's see what we can do though. These look pretty muscly, pretty tough. We're gonna need 4 of them. Let's give them a little, let's let them stick out a little bit. Actually, you know, I might change it up from what I usually do and put some bigger, thicker tires on the back. Give it some extra there. And these are gonna be 20s. So 2 20s, and then on the front we're gonna need 2, let's go 17s, 16s. It's too big of a difference, I think. 20s and 17s. Do not get carried away there on the front tires. Maybe these vintage 2 that are going on the 20s. And width, let's go wide for these rear tires. Let's do 305s, profile down a little bit. And now 2 more for the 17-inch fronts. Slightly less, well, that's quite a bit less width, but then the profile can go up quite a bit. Okay, just gotta get this part right. Actually, I want to go see about paint options. Alright, so, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much perfect. We did everything. I don't like that as much. Now that is basically like the first option. And that is basically like everything. So, if we do that, that looks fantastic, honestly. Alright, wheels on tires. That must be the 17 from the look of the profile here. Oh my god, that looks so large though. Kind of hard to tell in perspective though. Alright, we need to balance them. Keep the assembly line going. Got a professional vulcanizer, just got an achievement. Okay, make sure that the right sides go the right places. So these are our R20s, that's correct, in the back. Now I have no idea what a 20 with this profile tire is going to look like. Oh, that drum brake part should have been black, but what can you do? It's rubbing. You know, you wouldn't want to run that in real life like that, but it's going to be okay. I mean, that's in there. Not very practical, I'm sure. Let's see. So we need to see what the headlights are like when on. Interesting. Needs paint, obviously, but also needs to go get the wheels aligned. So we'll do wheels, headlights. Maybe that's why the headlights looked a little off, but I don't know. They probably just look like that. Wheels are aligned. Headlights. These were way off. Okay. Let's move it to paint shop now. Everything else is done. Did the welding, did everything like that. Alright, now I don't want that. That's almost exactly what I had in mind. But let's see what kind of liveries we can get. I can't tell. We got racing stripes. Unfortunately, you can't really like mix it up there. Okay, so if we were doing this and I go black, got the black accents on everything. How can I not? Pearl. I think the metallic's the way to go. Gonna buy that paint job, $1,000. Oh, gotta tint the windows. Let's see. Move it to back in there and get our window tinting kit. Don't know why I didn't think of that. Probably just gonna end up doing black all the way around. Solid black, 100%. Make make sure. I mean, I wouldn't tint the windshield in real life, at least not like 100%, even though the version of 100% here is not quite there. It's still, for the look of the car, it does something, so we'll go with that. It's all the cosmetics. This should be 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. That is 100% done. We need to take it to the dyno to test that out. Everything here is 100. And if we were to sell this car, the profit would be about $101,000. The buy price was $63.87. And then there's some things like, you know, the welding and stuff that I don't think gets taken out of that figure, but I would make roughly $100,000 profit off of this if I sold it now. But you already know I'm not gonna do that. This one was a little pride piece to sit outside, a lawn ornament. Let's get it to the dyno and see what it can do, though. A little bit more there, and then like there. I knew it. I knew it. I always forget it. Always. Let's get this oil in the engine before we try to start it up. Goes in red, stays in blue, though. That's some interesting magic. But kind of cool that you can do that. And our coolants. No reservoir on this one. It goes straight into the radiator. Alright. That's everything there. Let me save the game. Let's hit it. Now, factory 508 horsepower. This has every single horsepower that you can put on this game. At least without getting the Ford DLC. But we added 460 horsepower in the process. Damn. Like this, I can already tell you, is going to be undrivable. So let's go back to the garage. We're going to take this to... I'm not sure. We have a couple different options. Racetrack, test track, or speed track. Let's go to the racetrack. You can see through my tinted windshield. I just put it into the right parking spot, so now it's out here. There we go. Only my second car that I've really built for myself to keep. That's a badass looking car. Man. Yep, and here it is next to the Skyline. Got a little bit of both worlds there, muscle and import tuner. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know what you want to see built. I've got a lot of stuff sitting around and I can go get just about anything and see what I can come up with. I want to do more of these videos. Maybe focus on like a hot rod or something next time. That looks like an ugly piece of junk, but I might be able to find one cooler. Thanks for everything you do, liking and following and subscribing and all the good stuff. It goes a long way and it's always appreciated. Thanks.